Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about Mercury. Mercury is going to be transiting in tip-top speed. What does that mean? That means actually the exact opposite of Mercury retrograde, because when Mercury goes retrograde, that means it's slowing down and it's stopping and it's going reverse. So that makes everything reverse. But now we have Mercury traveling in tip-top speed, faster than normal. What does that mean? Everything to do with what Mercury represents will be moving forward. And the signs it's going to be in is going to make it even better. So before I proceed to tell you all about this Mercury, I want to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to my website, galacticcenter.org, and sign up for my free newsletter. Get all of my predictions delivered free to your email address every week. And on top of that, while you're there, take a look at my magazine, Joni Patry's Astrology Insights. If you love reading articles on astrology and metaphysics, this is it. Only $9.99 a month, and you will get this plethora of information. So you can find that on my website, galacticcenter.org. And don't forget, I have a class, Shooting Stars. It meets every week, and we really connect uncensored, and we talk about truth and spirituality and coming together. This is a community you will want to be part of. You can find that also on my website, galacticcenter.org. Let's get on and talk about Mercury, because Mercury is the planet that deals with some of the most important things in life. How we connect to each other. We need to connect. That's why everyone has their phone with them all the time. This is Mercury. Also, Mercury's about traveling, getting connected and traveling, going from one place to another, and how easy or difficult it is. Another thing is Mercury deals with the thinking mind and the learning process and expressing ourselves through communication, whether it is through writing, talking, everything to do with connecting us to one another. And that's important. So Mercury is on a path of least resistance right now. Let's talk about these dates and times that we have Mercury really going at it. So Mercury has been in Aries, and it went retrograde there. It was in Aries forever, causing all sorts of debacles with communications, dealing with travel, airlines, all of that. It was tough. But starting June 7th, the month of June, we're going to have Mercury actually be placed in 3 different signs at one point in the month of June. That's how fast it's moving. So June 7th through the 24th, Mercury is in Taurus. Taurus is the sign of finances, most of all. It's a time for you to get your money situation looked at and finalized and balanced. Taurus is stability, bringing our financial matters to a stable place. And that's what's been going on for the governments around the world. They're really trying to get stabilized with the economics, how much is being spent, how the money's being spent. That's what Mercury and Taurus, thinking about how money is organized and spent, is very important. Now, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, it's a beautiful time for gardening, getting out there, being part of nature while Mercury is in Taurus. I love that. And going for walks, getting reconnected, and love and appreciation for other people. That's what Taurus is all about. It's a beautiful sign ruled by Venus. So we are in a place of appreciation, love, connection, and getting stabilized. That's where I feel like Mercury, our mind becomes more stable, not so out there and radical. Ups and downs while it stabilizes in Taurus. But by June 25th through July 8th, just that short time, it's like 2 weeks, that we have Mercury. Mercury will be in Gemini. So while Mercury is in Gemini, it just zips through that sign, but it's the best sign it can be in. I know, Mercury's exalted in Virgo. That's supposed to be the best sign. But my favorite sign for Mercury to be in is Gemini, because Gemini is more playful. It's not as serious as Virgo. It deals with having fun, with having a sense of humor. And all of you that may have Mercury in Gemini, I know you have a great sense of humor. So it's a more playful time, but the mind becomes clearer, more acute, sharper. We can think better without the cloudiness, and we can make better decisions. It's a great time for you to set up business meetings during this period. Remember, it's June 25th through July 8th. Business meetings, signing contracts, clearness of how you get information across to others in a business fashion, or just going out and sharing your ideas with people. It's a great time for communications with clarity and transparency. This is what this is all about. And remember, Gemini is all about learning and traveling too. So it's a time that you can take trips, family trips, vacation, right in the middle of summertime in the Northern Hemisphere. Kids are out of school, go on your trips. They will go so much easier than when you're traveling with Mercury retrograde. Now you get from point A to point B without all the complications. It's freer, you're connected. And it's a great time to take those classes for learning, writing, educating yourself. That's what Mercury in Gemini is all about. And it's playful and fun. What a great time. Enjoy these months when Mercury is moving at its fastest speed. Remember, Mercury will be conjunct the Sun mid-month of June, and it's on the other side of the Sun. So I was giving a little astronomy class that when Mercury is retrograde and it conjuncts the Sun, which it will when it's retrograde, when it conjuncts the Sun and it's retrograde, it's in its inferior conjunction. In other words, Mercury's between Earth, Mercury, Sun. But when Mercury is on the other side of the Sun, but lines up with the Sun and the Earth, it's a superior conjunction, and it's always moving at its fastest rate of speed. And that's what we have mid-June. So interesting that that's all going to be in alignment. Now, another thing is that Mercury will be going into Cancer. This will be July 8th. And it will be in Cancer till July 25th. Cancer is the sign of protection, security. It's not so easy flowing as Mercury while it's in Gemini, when I want you to do your traveling, do your connecting. But when it goes into Cancer, the difference is Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon moves very fast. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days, and it changes degrees every 2.5 hours. So the moon is rapidly moving. So when Mercury's in the sign of the moon, feelings, emotions, and thoughts change quite rapidly, and that will begin, well, that begins in July. So, yeah, July 8th through the 25th. July is going to be a little testy. So I want you to be aware of that. Emotions will be flying very profoundly, very deeply. And also, we do have the Venus-Mars conjunction throughout June. So there's going to be a lot of contention. There's going to be a lot of emotional problems. But look to this Mercury while it's in Gemini. What a great placement. Moving tip-top speed. Take advantage of this. That's why we want to know astrology, so that we can take advantage of when times are better to do certain activities. That's what it's for. So I hope I've given you the information that you need to take advantage of Mercury's fast motion in Gemini. And things will be easier and better. You'll see. So with that, I think I'll close. And remember, if you want to take astrology, how could I forget to tell you this? My astrology class, semester 1, will begin in July. So get ready for it. Go to University of Vedic Astrology.com, become one of my students, and we will learn together. Thank you.